What's going on, everybody? I just wanted to make this video before I close out my fast and talk about a few things. In my last fast that I did, that was 7 days, I talked about how I got my Infinity Stone, my time Infinity Stone. And this time around, I also got an Infinity Stone, and it's the Reality Stone. And I love, for me personally, is putting my life in this hero's journey look, right? Like living into the superhero. So I love the Infinity Stone analogy because these fasts are a huge accomplishment for me. And the first one, the reason why I called it the time stone is because it taught me, my whole world slowed down. And it really showed me how fast I move throughout my life. And even still, there's times where I move really fast throughout my life. And this fast reminded me of that. And the reason I said this is the Reality Stone is because the past 2 weeks, I've really had to take a deep look into the reality of my life. And it's hard because a lot of times in my life I distract myself with projects or ideas or things that don't matter. I'm constantly pushing things out. And when I took it in and I realized how much of my life was built upon shame and like self-righteousness, it hurt. It was really hard because I see how the roots of my life are built upon shame. Fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, not feeling loved, never feeling good enough. I always feel like I'm gonna be yelled at. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. I always, especially fear of rejection, And when you live your life like that, you project these things onto other people. I'm always getting shamed or I'm always getting yelled at. People always try to make me feel bad for the way that I express myself or the way that I do things and I thought a lot about that. But I also see how I do that to other people, how I shame and yell at other people. That was really hard to really sit with. And the reality of it is that my life has been built upon that, and because it's been built upon shame, it's been dysfunctional. And that's like really scary for me. That's really hard for me. And to tie in to like all of this, this fast and this 9-day fast. And for those of you who are looking to get into fasting, just know this has been more than a 2-year journey for me. I didn't start off with 9 days. I started off at 18-hour days, and I thought I was going to die. I did 18-hour days, and then I did 1 days, and then I did 7 days. Then I did a Vision Quest, which is 4 days in the desert by yourself with just water. And then I did intermittent fasting. So this isn't something I just got into, This is something that I've really worked for. And it's really interesting because it's like, out of all the things that I'm like really proud of, I'm proud of fasting. But this one was different. That's why it's like that Reality Infinity Stone, because when you can take an honest look at the reality of your life, you can then start a new life. And so that fast, that number 9, is a new life, a new way of being, a new beginning, transformation. 9, right? It's a number of birth, it's a number of transformation, it's nirvana. And that goes in alignment with my garden. And I'm breaking my fast different this time. I'm going to break my fast with 4 of the plants that I'm planting in my garden first. It's tobacco, corn, squash, and beans. So the 3 sisters, because I want those 4 energetic elements as my new roots so my garden can grow. And one of the things how you have to unwind shame is that you have to start to love yourself. And yesterday when I got back out of the mountaintop, I found this like bobcat jaw. And I was like, this is so perfect because one of the things I had wrote in one of my meditation journals during this 9-day fast is speak abundance to yourself, speak prosperity to yourself, speak love to yourself. And then I get this job, this mandible, right, of not only am I fasting, but moving forward, I have to speak more kindly to myself, which is hard to do. It's not like you can just up and do these things. You know, on Monday I had a meltdown where I just hated myself. I hated every aspect of myself. And that's mainly because of where I'm at. I'm not fully functional yet. I'm not fully financially stable yet. And that's hard for me. But this fast is like really helping me see why I am in that situation. It's not because of anyone else. It's because of me. And as I enter into this new contract of good, I have to make better quality sacrifices in order for me to move forward. And that means I have to admit to myself that the way that I viewed the world before was completely wrong. I have to admit that I was wrong on how I did things or how I perceived things. Now, not all things. I have some amazing skills and tools and gifts and ideas and accomplishments that I have along this way that I've learned. So I'm not saying everything about my life is wrong. What I'm saying is how I've viewed how I need to do things, or how I've interpreted situations, how I've received feedback, how I've given feedback or given love, right? With these conditions based on shame. And that's all that clearing out, removing, and planting a new garden for a new life. And all the tend, the care, the love, the work, the commitment, the integrity, all goes into that garden, which is me. And I'm so thankful for this fast. I'm so thankful to all my teachers, all my mentors, all my coaches. I'm so thankful to the plants. You know, you guys hear me talk a lot about traditional plant medicines, ayahuasca, wachuma, peyote, mushrooms. They're all teaching me these lessons. And they're hard lessons. They're very humbling lessons. And as I move forward now, I have a better lens. I have that reality lens. Not from a place of shame, but from a place of abundance, prosperity, quality sacrifice, commitment, cleanliness, clarity, stillness. And I still have my time stone and the importance of time, and remember to slow down and use your time wisely. And so these fastings are not for physical purposes. They're for spiritual purposes and growth and teaching. And I also share not because of, hey, look at me, I can go 9 days without fasting. Look at me, it's not that. I like to share to inspire other people. They might not get into fasting, but maybe it's just taking a better look at their life. Or maybe it's speaking to shame. Maybe it's they should take better care of themselves. That's why I share these things. Not to brag. I mean, if you're like a close friend of mine, all the things I want to brag about, I never brag about because I try to stay humble, you know? And so for me, it's about sharing these disciplines or these gifts that I get from doing these things because I want other people to live a meaningful life. Not what's meaningful to me, but what's meaningful for them. But these tools and these practices that I do help you uncover what is meaningful to you in your life. How you could spend your time that is more fulfilling to you, more meaningful to you, more purposeful to you, more passionate for you. And so this one is like, I'm letting the magnitude of this fast like hit me. And I understand it's a really big deal, and it's like, I get emotional because it's not really often that I'm proud of myself. And I'm really proud of myself right now. And I think about my other fasts that I've done, and the Vision Quest, and the 7 Day. It's like, I am really proud of myself. And I promise to not take these gifts and use them in vain. Or let them go to waste, you know? So thank you guys for who's ever been cheering me on or shared my videos or texting me that your boy Tony Stark, your boy Iron Man, he's got 2 Infinity Stones now. He's got that Time Stone and that Reality Stone. Let's go! I'm so excited to eat food again, and I look forward to sharing more of my journey with you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.